Outside of the Pac-Man World Trilogy, Namco hasn't really shown Pac-Man much love. The only games that came out between the trilogy and the Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventure games are a Miss Pac-Man game and 2 fucking Mario Party ripoffs. Miss Pac-Man's Maze Madness, a game I have not heard of before researching for this video. But it has to do with Miss Pac-Man, so let's just get right into it. The game opens with a horrendous cutscene that includes poorly drawn pictures and a clear lack of animation budget. Apparently in Pac-Land, their power comes from 4 magic gems called the Gems of Virtue, and they're hidden away in lands that are uncharted. But just like any other game, there has to be an evil person, and this evil person wants to steal the gems and take over the Pac world. And apparently there's a princess in Pac World that no one ever knew about until now, and they captured her too, and they took her to the castle of Haunted Halloween. There must have been like 10 round tables about the name of this castle because I don't know how they came up with that perfect name. After that intro cutscene, we finally get the main menu, and you can pick new game, and we start a new game. Miss Pac-Man walks in on Professor Pac, and he shows her the Pactrometer. This allows her to traverse the uncharted wonders of Pac World and take the gems to destroy the force fields surrounding the lands. But just as they think it's going to go swimmingly, the evil Mesmeralda takes Professor Pac, and Miss Pac-Man's like, okay, yeah, I'll save you. And of course, she looks barely concerned, as any Pac should. We then get to enter the first stage, and it's titled Cleopatra. And yes, before you ask, they are all terrible puns. The game is basically a standard Pac-Man game, but in 3D with different enemies and more puzzles. You walk in a grid picking up Pac pellets and fruit as per usual. They don't really serve a purpose though, but that's okay. That just means we don't have to try too hard. So really this game is just figuring out how to get to the end of the stage. If you do want to 100% this game though, there is something that's really annoying about it. There's no map and there's branching paths, so you can accidentally finish this stage and go, what the fuck, I'm missing Pac pellets, and destroy your fucking controller because you're enraged at Miss Pac-Man. And that definitely did not happen to me. Along the way, you see the ghost of Professor Pac and he tells you what to do, like push blocks or step on switches in the correct order. Some shit is stupid though, like this fucking obelisk that you're supposed to run into twice to knock it over. But apparently the game only allows this to work when it wants it to work, so fuck you. And some enemies are like homing missiles and they never let you run away, so good luck not getting hit by this stupid Anubis fuck. And oh my god, this music is the worst thing I've ever listened to. The Cleopatra stage has this looping music track that implanted itself into my brain for all eternity, so that's great. And the stupid boots Miss Pac-Man wears has to make this fucking noise. Oh my god, I can't play it. I'm done. Well, since my brain hurts, I'm just gonna... That being said, this game is not bad though. It just has a couple of flaws. So just turn down the game volume, put on some death metal, and control your anger, and don't throw your controller. Based off of the name Pac-Man Fever, would you think that this is a Mario Party ripoff? Probably not. But seeing chibi versions of Hayachi from Tekken and Astaroth from Soul Calibur on the cover, I was immediately intrigued. And since this game was made during the golden age of Mario Party games, maybe they took a cue from that game and they made a good game. But probably not. The intro movie to this game shows Namco Studios, and all of its classic Namco stars are training for the Minigame Cup, which I guess is a competition put on by Namco. And damn, Miss Pac-Man doing squats to work out them glutes? And check out Astaroth's van, it's fucking terrifying. Who the hell invited a giant axe-wielding man to this competition? And thank God there's no security at Namco Studios, because the ghosts just steal the trophy and fly off, and everyone's like, fuck, we gotta chase after him. The ghosts fly the trophy to a theater, where Pac-Man and his friends are locked out. And even though the ghost just committed a crime, Pac-Man and his friends aren't allowed in to chase after them because they have to unlock all the minigames first. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I don't know if you guys are ready for this main menu, but I'm gonna show it to you guys. Pac-Man and his pals are getting down to the fucking beat right now, yo. Look at Miss Pac-Man, she's going fucking crazy. And Astaroth is fucking dabbing, dude. As you can tell, this game is fucking lit. Now that I'm amped the fuck up, let's start this bitch. And out of the 6 characters it gives you, of course I choose Pac-Man, because this is a Pac-Man series. This game takes the classic board game approach. Get to the finish line to win. No fucking stars, fuck that shit. And without even moving, the game throws us into a minigame. Bell Tower Climb, a minigame where you climb a rope just like in middle school and then get made fun of for not being able to. You press the button the game tells you and you climb the rope. How you do in the minigame determines how many spaces you move on the board, which is pretty neat. If you get first place, you get 5 spaces. Second grants you 3, and so on and so forth. This gives you incentive to get first place in the minigame, unlike Mario Party where there's not really a point in getting first place. As you walk through the board, you land on squares as the game calls them, even though they're fucking hexagons. I don't know about you, but it's looking like Namco failed geometry. There's token squares that give you tokens, revenge squares where you steal people's tokens, and spring squares where you move forward. There's a lot of different types and I'm not going over them all. The tokens you get allow you to buy items from the store square. These items lack all originality, and all they are sending players back or moving you forward. Nothing that changes the game up too much. The minigames in this game range from okay to this is horrible, why did I spend $10 on this game? Like this stupid hockey one, where the controls are way too fast and it's practically impossible to actually stop the puck going into your goal. Then there's this stupid fucking vending machine one where you're supposed to press on the pictures and when the vending it's stupid, okay? It's stupid. I don't know. Look at this. Look at the footage. There are some minigames I like though, such as this challenge minigame where you're supposed to race cars and collect the fruit. That was fun. And oh look, this one looks like it belongs on the Wii. Oh, and there's this one where you fucking snatch little knights and throw them into wells. These poor knights are just trying to run away and we're attracting them to these fucking magnets and throwing them into a well. What is wrong with us? It's all for the sake of fun though, so the countless lives Pac and his friends took away mean nothing. The AI in this game is something else though. Sometimes they beat my ass and hand it to me, and other times I wipe their asses and beat them into shape. Even on easy mode, the AI kept up the whole time and almost won the game, but me and my boy Pac beat them. Fuck them. Let's go. The tickets you get at the end of the game allow you to buy mini games, and oh my god, they're expensive. From one game, I only got 7 tickets, and unlocking one is 7 tickets. I'm not unlocking all of these. I don't know if the intro movie to this game has an epic conclusion, but I'm not going to spend 30 rounds playing this game to try to find out. Honestly, this game is a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and it's not a pile of trash. It's kind of like Crash Bash where you know it's not a good game, but you still have a super fun time playing it. The only real reason you should play this game is to look at Pac-Man dance, and Miss Pac-Man dance for that matter. So you know what, I'm going to give this game a dancing Pac-Man out of 37. Oh man, we are getting spoiled. 2 Mario Party ripoffs in one video. I cannot wait to play this one. Does anyone miss the Wii? No? Thought so. This game reeks of Wii. I mean, yes, that's obvious. It's a fucking Wii game, but, you know, I don't care. And apparently there's a story mode, so let's go! The game conveys its story through text, and I'm not reading shit, so fuck the story. We are Pac-Man, and we are about to fight some fucking ghosts and eat some goddamn fruit. But just listen to the way they talk, though. Clearly going for the Animal Crossing vibe, they really missed that mark. They just repeat the same sound over and over again, and it sounds horrible. The goal of this game is to collect enough cookies to win. The goal for the first one is 12,000 fucking cookies. Oh my god, that's a lot of cookies. You move in this game by doing mini games and landing on a number to move. This is pretty interesting and gives you a different taste to the roll a die and move feel of most party games. These games are stuff like land the ball on a spot, dart throwing, and popping balloons, stuff like that. You land on empty spaces and plant castles that have a portrait of your character on it. If you land on a castle that's not yours, you get to play a minigame against the character whose castle it is. If you beat the player, you get their cookies and their castle. The castle also levels up, which gives you more spaces for your opponent to land on. The intro to these minigames are intense as fuck. Pac and Blinky look like they're about to straight up murder each other. Some of these games are legitimately fun, while others are the stereotypical Wii trash we're all used to. There's one where you jump over things on a conveyor belt to avoid the trash compactor. This one's fun because you can trap your opponents and make them suffer. But then there's mini games like this one, where you rotate the Wiimote to twirl a pizza into the oven. What a use of motion controls. But I straight up destroyed Blinky here, so fuck them. There's also the obligatory Bumper Balls ripoff, which has horrible motion controls that are completely unnecessary. There's a space that you land on that completely changes the map, and an octopus comes out on a ship or something, and I don't know what's going on. But Blinky says we have to destroy him, so I guess we do. We do this in this horrible minigame where you throw harpoons at him. Wow. So after all that, I get over 1,200 cookies, and the game isn't telling me I win. What the fuck? Then Blinky steals my shit and wins. Nope, I'm not doing it. Nope, I had over 1,200. Okay, I'm done with this pile of trash. This is a horrible game. Don't buy it. Buy Pac-Man Fever instead, only because of pure ridiculousness factor. Obviously, the Pac-Man spin-off games aren't that good, and they took a few years off to recalibrate what they were going to do with Pac-Man next. And what they did next is develop a TV show and create a spin-off game of that. So, that's going to be a good show to watch.